Hi, my name is Jordan Red. This is our country presentation for Business Administration 2200. My audience is here with me. If you guys don't mind introducing yourselves real quick.
Hi, Jesse Ardoin.
Hi, Rainey Como.
All right. So today we're going to talk about cultural knowledge for business abroad. You might ask why you need to know this stuff for business abroad, but it's really because the way that we communicate is derived from our culture, and so it helps us with verbal and nonverbal communication to know, a little bit about another culture. My group was assigned India. The following that you see up here are all the different subtopics that we learned, that we reported on the culture of India. And today we're going to look at the government and politics and the religion. Okay, so starting with government and politics, we're going to talk about a little bit about the history of where their government came from, the structure of it, the different political parties that they have, and the governmental threats. So starting with the history, in ancient India, there was an absolute monarchy rule, which is basically like a king. The Indian people refer to it as the Raja. During the Raja rule, there were no written laws. So it was just the words of the Raja. Whatever he said became laws, verbally. And he had unlimited powers and really only used them for his personal benefit. Then in 1947, Britain passed the Indian Independence Act. This was granting India its independence from Britain and led them to operate their government under their Constitution of 1950. Okay, so the structure of government that they have in India is a parliamentary democracy. It's similar to what we have here, but looks slightly different. It has the three main branches: the executive, legislative, and judicial. The executive made up of the president or head of state. The legislative is a bicameral parliament, which means it has two houses, the upper and lower, and then the judicial, which is the Supreme Court. The main difference between this and what we have here is that the executive branch is legislative selected instead of voted on by the citizens. There are two main political parties in India. The Indian National Congress was the original political party when they gained their independence from Britain, and the Bharatiya Janata Party, or known as the BJP, is a newer, up and rising political party. For the first time, they won majority in the Lok Sabha in 2014. Okay, moving to governmental threats. Right now, political corruption is on the rise in India. It's expensive to campaign for a political position, and these criminals have funds that have been obtained illegally, and once they get political position, they're using it to service their own interests instead of the interests of the people. So what some of the government has put together is an idea for state-funded elections, which would help eliminate those criminal funds being used for campaigns. Okay, the next next section is going to be religion. So we'll talk about the diversity of the religion in India, and then we'll talk about Hinduism and the Hindu caste system. So diversity in religion, the diversity of religion in India is mainly because they're a secular state. This means that in the eyes of the government, no religion is valued over any other. So they don't have, a chosen religion for their government. This map shows you the 2011 census, the distribution of how the different religions are in the country of India. And then on this side is just a few icons and symbols of the different religions that call home to India. Hinduism, their main god or universal spirit is Brahman, and he's basically can take any form, but the three most important representations of Brahman are Brahma, and then Vishnu and Shiva. And Brahma is the creator of the universe, Vishnu is the preserver of the universe, and Shiva is the destroyer of the universe. And then in the Hindu religion, temple is their place of worship. I'm sure you've seen this symbol before. It's the Om symbol, it's the sacred sound symbol. And then their religion is also, they believe in chakras, is basically the 5 senses and different things to purify those. And that's what the Hamza represents, is the five senses and the hand motions that go with them. The lotus flower is a symbol of beauty and purity, and the cow is a sacred animal. The Hindu caste system. This system divides Hindus into a hierarchical group based on their karma, which is their work, and their dharma, which is their religion. And so it's believed that the priests and the scholars came from Brahma's head, the warriors and landowners came from his arms, the merchants and traders came from his thighs, and the laborers and servants came from his feet. And this caste system really dictates everything that they do as far as their religion and social life. So they marry within their caste system, they're born into it, and they stay in it their whole life. All right, any questions? All right, that's it.
Very informative and nice.
Thank you.